Hi, boys and girls. Today we have a story for you. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Last Stop on Market Street. It's about a boy that goes and explores his neighborhood using his senses. His eyes to see, his nose to smell, his mouth to taste, his ears to hear, and his fingers and skin to touch. Ready to go? This was written by Matt Della Pena, and Christian Robinson drew the pictures. You'll see more of him this week if you haven't already. CJ pushed through the church doors. He skipped out down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose so he could feel that rain on his shirt and he could smell it. Ready? Let's keep going. On this page, he ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we've got to wait for the bus in all this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," said Grandma. "Don't you see that big one drinking using a long straw?" And CJ looked at the tree but never saw the straw. The roots are underneath the tree. Ready? Let's keep going. And I want you to find and use your senses as you hear the story. From the bus stop, he watched the water pool on the flower petals. He watched the rain patter the windshields of the nearby cars. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't have a car?" "Boy, why do we need a car? We've got a bus that breathes fire. And old Mr. Dennis who always has a trick for you." Listen with your ears. The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors opened. He's using his hearing. And then he sees the driver. "What's that I see?" said Mr. Dennis. And he pulled a coin out from behind CJ's ear. He always played magic tricks with CJ when he got on the bus. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ to the back. They sat right up along with all the other guests. And they could hear, let's see if I can find here, they could hear the guitar playing. Oh my. Nana gave everyone a great big smile and a good afternoon. And she made sure CJ did the same. They used their words. The bus lurched forward and stopped. Back and forth it lurched. They could feel it. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" said CJ. "Miguel and Colby never have to go nowhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she said. "They never get a chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by either side, and he watched a group of boys hop curbs on their bikes. So he's using his eyes to see out the window. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. "How come that man can't see?" Grandma. Boy, what do you know about seeing? She said, some people watch the world with their ears. Oh, can you imagine just using your ears? That would be interesting. Let's see if we can find our ears one. Here's I see and I hear. So people that can't see, if their eyes are what we call blind, they can't see colors, only darkness. Sometimes they can see shape, but they sometimes use their ears. That's a fact. Their noses too, said the man, sniffing the air. And he smelt mighty fine perfume you're wearing, ma'am. And Nana squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Two older boys got on next, and CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in the back. Sure wished I had one of those, he said. Nana sat down with her knitting. What for? You got the real live thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask that man if he'll play a song? Oh, maybe they could hear the music. What sense is that? Hearing. CJ sat down and the guitar man played, plucking and pricking the strings. It made a magical sound. The blind man whispered, I'd like to close my eyes. Nana closed her eyes too. So did CJ and the spotted dog. And in the afternoon, the rhythm lifted CJ off the bus and out into the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling around, thrashing. That's right, remember, you can see color. I see. He saw a family slicing through of hawks up in the sky and butterflies flying. See, he's using his sense of eyesight. Let's keep going and keep exploring using our senses. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes and everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm and CJ dropped it in the man's hat. He shared his money the bus driver gave him and put it in the man's hat as a thank you. Last stop on Market Street, said the driver, and they hopped off. CJ looked all around and stepped off the bus, crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors. Graffiti tagged the windows and the boarded up stores. He reached for his grandmother's hand. How come it always so dirty over here? And she smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over the soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beauty wherever he never even thought to look. So he's using his sense of what? Sight to see the beautiful rainbow, even though the city's a little dirty. He looked all around him again and the bus rounded the corner out of sight. He heard it make the turn. Any broken streetlights still lit up bright, and the strayed cat shadows moving across the wall. When he spotted the familiar faces in the window, he said, I'm glad we came. And they went inside. He and his grandmother liked to go to the soup kitchen, where they helped pass out soup to people who need an extra meal. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, Me too, CJ. Now come on in. And then they went back to the bus stop after their long day. Well, boys and girls, I want you to go on a census hike with your family. That's right. And I want you to look for things all around. See what you can hear. See what you can smell. See what you can taste and feel in your neighborhood. Oop! And don't forget all the things you can touch. I can't wait to hear about your neighborhood. Go ahead out, scientists.